Welcome. Thank you so much for subscribing to this YouTube channel. Welcome once again. Here is a headline for today. Gbogbo ọmọ Yoruba, ẹ wá gbọ́, as Prophet Akingbulugbe Ayodele sends strong message to Yoruba nation. So, yesterday was Independence and we saw a lot of reactions, Nigerians coming out to celebrate. It was really very fun. Yesterday, people were coming out in different states of Nigeria, and they were celebrating their freedom. And a lot of people were reacting to this differently. So people are saying, yes, and God will help them. They will soon leave this slavery. God has been protecting them fine and good. And some people are saying that it doesn't make sense. Why will you be in this kind of hardship and still come out and celebrate your freedom? Why would they be kidnapping your fathers and mothers and your children and you still come out and be jumping up and down? Why would you be in traffic for like 6 or 7 hours, something that should take you 30 minutes because of bad roads, and you still come out and celebrate your independence? It doesn't make sense. So that's why Quadri Hamzat did an interview with Prophet Ayodele and asked him some few questions concerning the independence that was celebrated by Nigerians. And then he asked him some few questions. I'm going to say the questions and I'm going to give you the reply that Prophet Ayodele gave. So before I dive into the details of the news for today, do not forget to like this video channel. And for those who have not subscribed yet, click on the red button, subscribe to get more of this news. Thank you so much even as you do so. Now here's the full details. So Quadri Hamzat asks how there is Prophet Ayodele feels about the fact that Nigerians came out on Saturday to sing and dance all over the streets, celebrating independence, being happy and joyful, even in the midst of the trouble, even in the midst of the tribulations. And he said that he's very surprised that most Nigerians are celebrating independence, but they are not free. Can you see the irony? So people are celebrating freedom, but they are not free. He said Nigerians are not free. They are under slavery. So people are hungry. Some people cannot afford 3 square meals a day because the price of goods now have not skyrocketed. Like, it is even amazing me. When you go to the market and get something for 100 naira today, you come back the next day and the amount is 1,000 naira. So I don't think if you're not surprised, that means you're not in Nigeria, because things are really now so expensive now that people cannot afford a decent meal. He said they are under terrorism. Some people cannot go to in some part of Nigeria now. They cannot go to their farmland again because herdsmen are there and the government are not saying anything. And this thing came out yesterday to celebrate. And this thing really shocked Prophet Ayodele. He said he's no longer in Nigeria, no. He's no longer in Nigerian, but he is a son of Yoruba nation. He is like a son of Yoruba gang. You know? That's why he's no longer in Nigerian. Although he still stays in Nigeria, but he's no longer in Nigerian. He said there's hardship in the land. And if you go out and do some research, you see that people are really facing hardship that if you see it, you say that you are enjoying. People are really facing hardship, others, in Nigeria. He said there is war. There is war in Nigeria, and Nigerians are still celebrating. What are they even celebrating? What? And this war, when he mentioned this, my mind went back to one of to the first Sunday service that Pastor Dewe preached on. That was yesterday. And he said that the church needs to pray for Nigeria because there is war. That the fact that bread is now very expensive. We all know bread. Everybody eats bread in their house at least every morning. They eat bread in their house. Bread that we usually buy for 250 now. If you want to eat a quality bread, hold 1,000 naira. Just one loaf of bread, 1,000 naira. He said there is war in Nigeria. He mentioned something, and I will quickly say it. He said, in the past, if an Oba, a king, is passing, the community people, the people of the land, they would not want his clothes, his normal clothes to touch them. They will be shifting from the road. But that was in the past. Now, people don't care. Some people can even trample on Obas now. He said, for the fact that some people can go to the palace, within the palace, and go and kidnap the king, that means there is war. I think you should go and watch that video. He said, for the fact that some people, terrorists, can go into the king's palace and kidnap the king, kidnap that his staff, carry everything and go, that means there is war in the land. There is war in the land. And in the midst of this war, Nigerians are still celebrating, and this is what baffles Prophet Ayodele most. How can they be celebrating when they are in the midst of war? So what is your own take? What do you feel? Why are Nigerians celebrating? Why they are facing hardship? I was going to the mainland some days ago, and something that usually, I've tried it before. One day I decided to go in the midnight around 12, and I got to mainland by 1 o'clock. But you do mistake and try it in the morning. Try and leave your house, let's say by 7 or 8. Let me tell you, you get to mainland in the afternoon. That it will take like 6, 7 or 8 hours. Something that should take you 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes will take you like 8 hours to get there. This is not caused by normal thing, just potholes. The roads are now so bad, and now that we're even in rainy season, it is not as bad as worse. That's graduated from bad to worse. And we still come out to celebrate. He said there are some traitors that have joined the Yoruba nation people. They've joined the Yorubas. But even at the end, they will be separated. You know when the Bible said that the chaff will be separated from the grains, as they will be separated. Those causing trouble, carrying Yoruba nation matter from one place to another, from one group to another. That one day they will be separated, selected away and thrown away like the chaff. You pray that Yorubas will not die in this slavery. They will not die. That God will take them to their promised land. He said God has already proclaimed their freedom, but it's now left for the Yorubas to take action, because God will not come down and hold their hands and take them out of the slavery. Same thing that happened to Moses and the Israelites. God has already given them the freedom, but they have to move out. If you still stay where you are, you will continue being the slavery. But if you step out, that's when you will leave the bondage. He said there are some people God has called out to be part of those Yoruba nation agitators. Those ones that God have put at the forefront to help the Yorubas. It says some of them, some group of them do their own secretly, and some do their own openly. He said the ones that do their own openly, we need to be careful. And he mentioned Professor Banja Akintoye, Professor Wale Adeniran, Chief Sunday Igboho, and Mama Onitiri Abimbola, sorry. And the reason why he mentioned these people is the fact that some people came out some few days ago and said that these people I just mentioned that they are fighting against themselves. Maybe fighting for positions, or fighting for who know how to talk past, or who know how to do one thing past. And he said for those talking like that they are the traitors. That these people, they are not from the same family. Even if brothers and sisters can fight against themselves, that means people from different home can fight. Somebody might bring an idea and somebody on that person say, okay, no, that is not how to do it. So there might be some little disagreements, but that doesn't mean it will turn to disunity or turn to fight among them. It will just be a little disagreement. And because they are wise and they are matured enough, they would settle it amicably among themselves. And it doesn't mean that it's going to escalate to a fight. Therefore, those saying that Mama Oniti and so people they are fighting, those are the ones that are causing problem in Yoruba nation, and they should stop. If not, God will visit them himself. He said we should pray For these people that I just mentioned, Apostle Banjo Akintoye, Chief Sunday, we should pray for them. That is not easy. We should continue to pray for them. Stand up and pray for them. So what's your take on this? Everything Prophet Ayodele said, what do you feel about this? Let me know this in the comment section. And about the fact that people went out to celebrate independence yesterday, what do you feel about it too? Let me hear this in the comment section. Do not forget to like this video channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed, and do not forget to hit the notification button to get notified whenever I bring you latest and juicy news about Yoruba Nation. And lastly, I want to say a big thank you for our newcomers, those that are just subscribing for the first time. Thank you so much for joining us on this YouTube channel, for trusting us to bring you latest news. And for those that are returning subscribers, thank you so much for trusting us to bring you latest news. God bless you, and pray God will replenish your pocket more and more. Bye bye.